Claressa would be able to fight me as if I was to be a professional fighter. If I go and train the same amount of time that she trained, and then I would get in the paint and the out of whoever. It doesn't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most incredible fight of the year happened outside of a baby shower in heels and was caught on camera in 4000. So, turn off your phones, get some popcorn, and cancel your next boxing match. That's right. 3 syllables Papoose are the reason why undisputed GWAT Claressa Shields went from throwing punches in the ring to hurling a toy across a parking lot. Now, think about what happens when you combine reality TV with an Olympic gold medalist. Answer: Claressa lost it when she witnessed Tesehki going too close to her boyfriend, resulting in a felony arrest, 12 million views in 2 hours, and a love triangle messier than a Zeus Network reunion. Instead of a conversation, there was a lot of yelling that even Siri couldn't understand, hair pulling, and nail snatching. Was this, however, a spontaneous outburst or a prearranged beating that had been organized weeks in advance? Who took the video? What made Papoose run away? Watch closely because this isn't just tea. It's a real money boxing match. A quiet evening with a softly lit rooftop supper, clinking champagne flutes, and maybe even a toast or two to commemorate Claressa Shields' impending Netflix projects and her open romance with none other than Papoose was what was on the line. But before supper was served, Tesehki revealed that Taki, Say Santana's feisty younger sister, who is renowned for her loud-mouthed, viral fights and her unparalleled ability to transform any area into a courthouse, to show up without warning or apology and to act as though it doesn't matter that Claressa Shields don't play about her boyfriend. To establish the mood, Claressa had a ring on her finger that wasn't a proposal, but was definitely giving him mine, not yours, and she was wearing a dazzling black dress with her hair spread out. She was standing next to Papoose, who looked proud, but also a little nervous because, let's be honest, being between a world champion boxer and a viral reality personality with 3 restraining orders against them should make you nervous. She had her hair pulled back into a tight ponytail, was wearing leopard print, and had a smug smile that could have melted the ice sculpture on the dessert table, but security did nothing to stop her. She strolled right past the front table as if she owned the event, and guests gasped, possibly because they didn't recognize her or because they didn't want to get involved. A woman dropped her phone. One of the waiters tripped. When Claressa saw her, everything was different. A person who wished to remain nameless stated, "Oh, you're bold." Claressa thought to herself as she repositioned her heels, and as if she were making her way to the stage, Claressa abruptly charged toward her after handing her purse to a companion. TikTok stood her position, flipping her 30-inch hair as though she had practiced this maneuver in front of a mirror, while the guests moved aside as though she had an invisible force field. Witnesses claimed that instead of yelling, asking questions, or even blinking, Claressa simply swung. By swing, we mean that she took Tesehki by the hair, whirled her sideways, and slammed her into a table of little cupcakes that were intended to, with a grimace and irony, spell allegiance, but show no signs of safety. Papoose froze like a sim character, and was being filmed by TMZ interns before Claressa dragged her around the rooftop floor as though she were giving Swiffer a demonstration. Over 18 million people have seen one video clip in which she yells, "I just wanted to talk."
Your ivory. And then the hashtag was like, "Ain't no street me up." Coming down, I've seen it. I was like, what is this? I get over that. To be a baddie. I'm not, girl, I'm gonna take it $100,000 from you. Girl, you give me $1 million. No, you give me $1 million, I'll get another thing with you. But that's gonna take after me training and everything, you know what I mean? Because I'm a natural trained. Natural born trained. So if I really wasn't trained and sparring, because I think I'm gonna do some sparring. I've never in my life did sparring. I wanna do it. I wanna do some sparring. Because like all the sparring that you guys see me doing on baddies and the fights that people see me do when I was a child, that all was just natural. So I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna make me some professional training, then we gonna see what's going on.
And it was unkind. A suspicious blog article that claimed Papoose had been secretly texting Tesehki for emotional support, career advice, and PR help appeared 2 weeks before the rooftop assault. Why was Claressa so pressed, even though it was a personal and chaotic situation? Was there something more sinister seething beneath the surface? Or was it just jealousy? If you're relying on Tesehki to provide you with emotional support, you might as well get therapy, sir. Fans saw that Papoose liked several of Tesehki's Instagram photos, not just any posts, though including one with a message and another with ads for lip gloss and thirst traps. The texts were never confirmed with Zeus Network. "I'll snatch what's mine if I have to face blowing a kiss." Claressa wasn't subtle at all in her now famous Instagram tale. "These hands have been blessed by Olympic gold. Don't tempt me. Medium-length fingernails. Do you know who used the laughing emoji to share it with Tesehki?" The strain behind closed doors was real at that point. According to insiders, when Claressa pleaded with Papoose to stop talking, he said, "It's nothing. She's just loud, baby. Loud is what you hear before the storm hits." One guest compared the storm that eventually broke out on the evening of the meal to watching Real Housewives and the UFC, while another said it was the most athletic hairstyle they had ever seen. When security finally arrived 3 minutes late, Claressa was taken to Tesehki, who was seen shrieking, my nail," while gripping her lashes. The worst thing is that, according to an odd voicemail that supposedly came from Tesehki herself and was left hours later, Tesehki didn't even return a single blow. She says, "Girl, I had a whole camera crew in the SUV, and I wasn't trying to fight. I was just trying to film. Was supposed to be my return episode, excuse me. Did we just hear that?" Was Papoose being used as leverage, or was Claressa set up for this confrontation? And because police sirens sounded throughout the facility a few seconds after the altercation ended, someone had actually called multiple police officers, and while Claressa was getting a napkin for her scraped knuckles and adjusting her earrings, she heard a voice behind her. "I'll need you to come over here, ma'am." Yes. Claressa Shields were taken under arrest right away. The event was caught on camera from 3 angles with dramatic lighting, and it was uploaded to the internet in less than 17 minutes. Yes, it was recorded. Claressa Shields, the GWAT, the 2-time Olympic gold medalist, the woman who defeated rivals in Vegas and made pay-per-view history, being led out of a rooftop dinner party in handcuffs. On TikTok, Twitter, and a private Snapchat group called She Beat Her Down, nail polish medium skin tone, there are currently 5 different points of view circulating. The most popular video features the arresting officer saying, "Ma'am, we've received multiple reports of assault and battery. Please turn around." Claressa allegedly answered, "Battery? I ain't even warmed up yet," before twisting and rolling. Screenshots purportedly showing a direct message exchange between Tesehki and Papoose that allegedly took place just 5 days before the altercation, and let them cuff Toy's eyes as if she were posing for a photo shoot while a group of assistants helped her into an Uber Black while she sobbed dramatically, clutched a bundle of ice wrapped in a Gucci napkin, had mascara smudged, 1 nail missing, a wig, and lopsided lip gloss still shining. This allowed me to I can assure you that these were flirtatious late-night communications that were rife with emojis and loaded with questionable expressions, such as "I wish I could be where you are right now." They had nothing to do with the music business at all. You wanted drama, buddy. You're dating a professional boxer and texting a woman who flips dining tables on live streaming. Papoose reportedly stated in another message that she always wants to fight, but you're different, and you breed for me. When let's talk about Remy Ma, who posted a selfie in an oddly timed Instagram story that said, "Sometimes the trash takes." These photos went viral on social media, with comments like "Not Papoose gaslighting Claressa while secretly texting Zeus Network's future star." Tesehki got her hair snatched over a man who still wears leather vests in 2025. Remy Ma somewhere sipping wine and watching this like eyes. Medium skin tone nail polish. You can't make this up, or rather, we can't, because we just went back to the rooftop drama as Claressa sat in the back of the ambulance. Emmy has been eerily quiet since Papoose and Claressa went public, but behind the scenes, she's reportedly been shopping around a Dozer's deal with the working title "Life Without Loyalty." Remy Ma's lifelong mentor, hip-hop legend, and man who never minds his own business, Fat Joe entered the ring as the internet debated whether she should be jailed or given a bet prize. She said, "You're going to regret this," and boy, did she mean it. A dispatcher who asked to remain anonymous told a blog with 12 people that Fat Joe had called the police precinct and demanded Claressa's release 2 hours after her arrest, with a boxer writing, "She did what any real one would do. You touch her, man, you touch her," alongside thousands of other people and celebrities. "She's a national treasure. You don't lock up Ollie's daughter because somebody got too bold," Joe told the officer, according to the followers. Wearing a ragdoll as a horrible wig at a beauty pageant was bold, but it didn't stop the campaign. Gloves. Papoose was wearing the same jacket he wore to his wedding to Remy Ma poetically when he was last seen exiting the venue, head down, surrounded by flashing cameras. A fuzzy photo of him sitting in the back was published, adding a fresh twist to the rumors that he was in hiding, potentially trying to lawyer up, and supposedly breaking off communication with both women. Papoose didn't even post, tweet, or say anything like, "Y'all chill. Bro, this isn't love and hip-hop. This is real life," a man beside him whispered while he buried his face in his hands at a Jersey hookah lounge. It was then that the surveillance tape from Part 2 was finally made public. It seems that 360 HD surveillance was installed at the rooftop dinner location, and it recorded the entire event from the time Tesehki walked in till her lashes dropped from the hair pole. What do you think? Several blogs claim that the video demonstrates you may see Tesehki whispering something to Papoose before Claressa assaults her. Although the audio is ambiguous, TikTok lip readers believe she stated she wasn't even pregnant. But hold on, that one statement has sparked a whole new hypothesis that Claressa's alleged pregnancy, which she alluded to on Instagram a few weeks ago, might be a phony public relations gimmick, a secure the man strategy, or just Tesehki's jealous slander. We don't know. But we do know that the police report that was made public mentions assault and violence. Claressa is also free on bail. Because Remy Ma loves nothing more than to witness another woman smash into the same wall she previously built a mansion on, fans are conjecturing that the mysterious contributor, the EXO Loyalty LLC, is either Fat Joe or Remy Ma. But does Claressa want to file a lawsuit and press charges once more? Is the victim Papoose? Civil lawsuits may still be underway, and those cupcakes never had a chance. He is the true perpetrator in this whole mess since, according to a final voice note that was leaked just hours ago, Claressa said, "He played us both, and I'm not done yet. Because of what happens next, the slap seems like foreplay, so we leave you waiting." The internet has suddenly become a vast courtroom, with Olympic champion Claressa on one side scandalized for reportedly being pregnant and now free on bail, and the opposing team using a rigged, legally protected camera. A new question surfaced. When the smoke cleared and the memes started to spread, is Claressa actually pregnant? Yes, Tesehki isn't even pregnant, as evidenced by the single whisper that was given to her prior to Claressa's lunge. Officially set the internet on fire, and everyone was utilizing body language to analyze Claressa's recent Instagram posts, from YouTube tarot readers to Facebook antis. Let's fast forward to a few weeks prior to Claressa's rooftop brawl. New season, new fight, new beginning, 2 hearts. Tesehki's mic drop moment was left hanging, and fans and blogs assumed it was a pregnancy announcement. The caption read, "New season, new fight, new beginning, 2 hearts," but there were only cryptic captions and calculated angles, no gender reveal, no date, and no ultrasound. A blogger posted an image of 2 events side by side, one at which Claressa was performing and one she had a flat stomach in a waist trainer. A coincidence, angle, or fake belly pad energy just 3 days prior? In a YouTube expose, an unnamed makeup artist from one of Claressa's promotional shoots blurred out her voice and said, "I ain't saying she faked it, but she definitely told us not to touch her midsection, and the bumps looked repositionable." Guess who will finally face Tesehki, a repositionable skull? Sporting under-eye patches from an Atlanta spa and a fluffy white robe, she posted a 2-minute Instagram video called "Let's Talk About It," and baby, she started off by stating, I didn't ask for this. I was invited by someone who said it was all love, and yes, that someone is allegedly Papoose. She then showed a text thread in dark mode, on which a contact saved as golden era Papa Crown messaging was evident. Sir, ignore her enthusiasm. She has trouble with sales. I just want you to come through with a laid-back feel. Some bloggers confirm that a leaked pitch deck called Wifed and Wounded, Healing from the Same Man has allegedly been making the rounds on streaming platforms, offering a two women tell all about Papoose's pattern of manipulation. The Olympic girlfriend, Remy Ma, who was once imprisoned for shooting someone over money, is now openly supporting Toy. If Rihanna had shown up to support Coogee after a fight with Chris Brown, there would have been unprecedented rumors that Remy and Tesehki could collaborate. But let's get back to the legal side of things because the court filings have now been released. And guess what? Ty is suing. Claressa lost brand negotiations due to emotional distress and physical pain, and she waited for it. A cupcake attack that defamed the public. As stated in the complaint, my client experienced shame, hair loss, and emotional distress. So be prepared for Emmy-winning chaos if it happens to YouTube, Zeus Network, and even Netflix. Reputational harm by bumping into a dessert table at a high-profile event, as opposed to the dessert table being the source of legal troubles. Here's the catch though. Miss Shields was provoked, manipulated, and purposefully ambushed by individuals seeking clout and controversy. We will not be silenced. Claressa's camp, which is countersuing her, issued a fiery statement saying that it is bigger than boxing. It's about protecting Black women from weaponized lies. Her accusations that Tesehki was a clout chaser and dollar shop opportunist went viral, and she received a lot of support from certain followers. Mona Scott and others say that whenever someone flirts with her boyfriend, Claressa should accept responsibility and stop swinging. Papoose doesn't say anything in the interim, but guess what? He is shown leaving an Obgyn clinic alone in a grainy photo. Now, the rumors are spreading again. Is he trying to confirm something before everything happens, or is Claressa actually pregnant and he was just checking in to make sure? We conclude this mayhem with one final clip, a voicemail that was leaked and allegedly provided by Claressa herself to someone in her camp just hours after her arrest, claims that Papoose was conversing with a third woman the entire time. This is in addition to Messier's further claims of leaks. If screenshots are accurate, that man should win a WWE title belt for triple-dipping dysfunction. Her name is Tiffany. The ring should have remained in the ring, but they tampered with my name, and I promise God that I will perform worse if they come for me again, pregnant or not. Apparently, both sides have already been scheduled for a publicist-down interview with Angie Martinez, and litigation is imminent. So that's the end of the contract, folks. Indeed, Papoose and Claressa Shields are seated next to one another, discussing bad decisions and boxers. The wigs are removed, and the gloves are. Dr. Phil and Remy Ma are the unseen puppet masters who pull strings behind the scenes for the final revenge storyline, while Papoose is the true antagonist here, playing both sides like a rap game. It's your turn now, even if the lawsuits have been filed and the internet might never fully recover. Did Tesehki deserve every hair yank for arriving there without an invitation and texting another woman's man, or was Claressa acting inappropriately? In the comments, as you are the jury, and this triangle has now become a square of scandal. Excuse me, Claressa, did Tesehki let her get powerful? Should Papoose just go live in Wyoming and erase his account? As you are undoubtedly aware, we are keeping tabs on every leak, screenshot, and questionable Instagram live as this story continues to unfold.